Hey everybody, I wanted to take you all on a general tour of the outside of our place here. I guess we call this a homestead. That's kind of what I've settled upon since we're not quite yet a farm. We're attempting to turn this into a farm, but that's taking us several years and that's fine. We just do this little steps incrementally because we're just kind of starting from scratch. But I wanted to take you on the general tour, and for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that this has come a long way. And even though we're not where we want to be yet, we're really just so grateful the way it is now. It's just, I can't express enough how blessed we are to live here. And well, you'll see here in a sec. Why don't I just start? I've done some garden tours, but I'm just going to do a quick little panorama of the garden, and you can see my past couple videos if you want to get into some more detail of the garden, and I'll walk you through a little bit. You're probably going to hear my children screaming down there. They're just playing, but I have my quinoa. That one's covered with netting, but it's starting to turn crimson and I'm about ready to harvest it, the quinoa grain, and I can't tell you how much fun it has been growing it. You can eat the leaves. The leaves are very similar to spinach. I think I'll probably be able to harvest about a couple cups, but next year I'm going to grow a lot. I really enjoyed it. But this is what I call my food forest, my little jungle. Lots of wonderful things growing in there: nasturtiums, beets, broccoli, sunflowers, onions. We are in September and we have a second blooming of foxgloves, which is really cool. They normally come out in May, but we've had quite the productive garden. And even though my goal this year was really just to grow the soil, make a really nice garden soil, we've had a lot of productivity. So we're very grateful for that. I still have cabbage coming, pumpkins, lots of flowers. I've been selling a lot of flowers down at the farm stand. We have peppers back there. Tomatoes are in those hoop houses. So I'm turning over a lot of compost. I think I have 5 different compost piles going. I'm just going to do a quick panorama up from the stump. So let's go up here. All right, so that is the yard. I'm trying to keep my kids out there in there. And over there, whoops, right over there is the hill, this whole area that will eventually be a pasture for our chickens and eventual goats that we would like to get, but we're just not ready for them. We don't have a place to house them yet. The cabin down there in the studio. Let's go down. This is our down to where the cabin, our little fire pit where we hang out all the time. This is where we eat. Pardon the mess. I'm still working on some things. Rose Hill Farm Stand, that's the sign that I'm painting, and that's our garden shed. That's where I cook. We have a little cook stove over there, little grill, barbecue grill. The studio, let's go in here really quick. So I've been cutting cards for my greeting card collection. You can see some of them there. They come on the paper and I have to fold and cut them. But if you follow me on Instagram, you would know that these are available for sale. This is the summer harvest card. It's a greeting card, and it's just like a fantasy I have of my children helping me store our harvests and ferments and everything in a root cellar. So anyway, as you can see, I need to clean in here. I have, lots of dusting and window washing and organizing to do. I had these up here. I'm collecting seeds. So here, pardon me, I've got some spinach here. Those little seeds coming off. right there. Kind of letting those dry out. They came off the plant. I harvested those, and now I'm harvesting zinnia and daisy seeds. Across the way are the chickens, and I worked very hard building this thing, but it's an eyesore to me, in my opinion. I've dressed it up as much as I can with greens and everything, and it works. It's great. It keeps predators out. Rats, mice don't get in there. It's awesome. But I would like to move it to the backyard, kind of behind where the clothesline was. So one thing I do really enjoy is having these raised beds, a raised bed garden in the chicken yard. As you can see, it is covered with bird netting, and then there's chicken wire around. Hey Abraham, hey girls, how are you doing? This right here, there's an entryway kind of right behind where that water is that goes out, and they can come out here. They're covered by netting and fencing. I'll do a bigger panorama picture, but they can come out and get their grubs and bugs, eat some grass, some greens, things like that. And this whole area, let's do the panorama. So it's a pretty big area for them. I can't let them open pasture completely. There's just too many predators. There's a coyote around that has come around and tried to get my chickens. So, well, some of you know he did get one. I have to be quiet about that. My mom watches these videos, so this is the part I'll skip over for her. She doesn't know that one of our hens got taken. I was heartbroken and very disappointed in myself. At any rate, I like how I have the greens going around here, because you know, chicken yards get really dreary because they dig up everything. Look at this beautiful rooster feather that I found. Awesome. Hey girls, these are our little Americanas. Hey girls, thank you for laying blue eggs. I think it was you, the one in the middle right there. That's Fly Fairy. I think she laid the blue egg that we found. Well, she's laid 2 so far. That's exciting. Up! Here comes they're still kind of the bottom of the pecking order. You gonna attack my camera? Huh? No? Jeez. Well, we've been learning a lot. Imagine having what he just did to your leg. He spurred me before. It hurts like hell. Oh my God. Oh, it hurts. But anyway. Yep. It is a joy having these chickens. A lot of work. So all of this is definitely a lot of work, but it's totally worth it. So baby steps has always been kind of my homesteading motto, little bits at a time. Here, I'll go up over here. We'll walk away from this yard and go back here. Okay, I'm just gonna have kind of our firewood in the background. We're piling and stacking, splitting, all that stuff. So we have plenty of firewood that's ready to go. It's all seasoned, so that's good. Quick shout out to Almost Homestead channel. I always shout them out. They had to evacuate their home because of forest fires, and I'm so grateful that they're doing well, but you know, it made me think about having a plan. They were able to evacuate with their chickens, and that's got me thinking. I mean, you know, we've got forest all around us. God forbid something happen where we have to evacuate, and you know, what are we going to do if that were to happen? Would we have a way to, as long as our family is safe first, if we have the ability to take our animals with us? So yeah, gotta come up with a plan for that. Okay, we're up by the squash and peppers. We're just gonna look at those really, really quick, and then we're gonna go down to the farm stand. mid-September and peppers are doing well. Got some jalapenos and even eggplant and some Anaheim peppers back there, so they're still going. And then our squash, lots of awesome squash, pumpkins, patty pans, and zucchini. So, all right, we'll go down to the farm stand. Here it is now. So, put into your imagination, I will be upgrading this. This is just kind of how it is now. I love it, but I also want to add sidewalls, some windows, and then kind of a little front, like I'll put a pallet in the front so that there's a doorway. Anyway, I want to make this kind of like a little storefront. The ultimate dream for me is to have people just come from all over to want to shop here during the summer and seasonally. I have this little cage here to put the tomatoes and squash in because squirrels come and eat my stuff. Somebody bought a bouquet, that's cool. So I have a little sign here saying, go ahead and take the vase, it's part of the price, but if you don't want to keep the vase, you are more than welcome to return it. This has been my dream, is to have one of these. So stay tuned to watch the upgrades and what else we do as the years go by, because we have a lot of really cool plans for this. Okay, well, thanks for watching this video. I hope that was somewhat inspirational. I feel like I should talk more about where we started from to where we are now. I mean, we've been working on this since 2014. The place was covered in alder trees and a few other trees that we had to cut down. We have all the sun, and we're just doing these projects incrementally every year. So definitely has taken a lot of patience because, you know, every year it's like, oh, I wish those trees were down and they're not down, and I wish this was this way and this was that way. Like you saw with my chicken yard, it's not exactly the way I want it yet, but we'll fix that, and there's always projects to do. So worth it, so worth just, I feel like this is the way I was supposed to live. And I hope that more people can do stuff like this, even if it's, you know, not as isolated as we are, you know, just finding a little bit of property, some acreage, and make it into your own little Garden of Eden, you know. And yeah, it's just so worth it, so worth it. So anyway, I appreciate y'all watching, and I can't wait to show you the next video. It's going to be some potato harvesting and then moving on into the art studio and painting pictures of what we've been up to this summer. So thanks for watching again, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.